Right back in the swing of things. So, we were talking about domestic violence and power and control. There is a power and control dynamic for domestic violence. And I know for me, I worked in the field briefly, but one thing for me, if I have a friend or a loved one who's involved with that, male or female, like the perpetrator or victim, I'm never one to say, leave, you know better, because it's very controlling, and what a person needs is support.
Yeah.
So if you're saying, they need support, they need you to be there for them regardless of what they're going through. So for you, what do you think it takes for a person, either perpetrator or victim? Why do you think domestic violence happens?
Well, one, I would say some people might have seen it during their childhood, so they you know be more with the victim and then they don't become abusive, or they be like the abuser and become the abuser instead of becoming more related to what happened to whoever they seen get it done.
Yes, yes.
So it's a learned pattern sometimes.
Yes, yes.
And then
yes.
it's like some people, they go through those patterns and they see it happen, and then they're like, well, that person listened, so maybe that'll work for me, so let me try this method. And what's crazy is both people that actually abused me also seen their parents get abused.
Wow.
So it was something they learned, and then they coincide with the abuser instead of with the victim.
Yeah. You talked about courage. What gave you, in your book, in the poem, my favorite poem, one of my favorites, what gave you the courage to leave, to get
My
out?
kids, my health, my life. I knew I was a worth. I had to realize what my worth was. I had to stop settling. Like, oh, okay, you know what I mean? Like, okay, they did this. Maybe it was something that I did that caused this confusion.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like, let me fix this problem because my kids don't deserve to see this going on.
Yeah.
It's not worth them going through this, because learning that, all right, these people seen their parents go through it.
Yeah.
So I don't want my kids to then figure, well, this is okay. This is what relationships are.
Yeah.
You
yeah.
know?
Yeah. But for some people, that is what relationships are. You giving a mommy look. One of my other favorite poems. I'm gonna have you read this one. Hopefully, I wrote down the right page this time. My other favorite one is Loving It. Can you read that one for
I
us?
can. It says, loving it. I love the smell of your body. I dream of your touch. When you make love to me, you make my body tremble. When you take your time with every stroke, lick me in every place that anyone can imagine. Caress my body and hold me tight. Love every moment of it so much, I want you to stay. The night fulfilled my every fantasy. You made it a night that I will never forget. Licking me up and down my back, spreading my legs wide, waiting till you come inside. Exploring every inch inside of me, exploring my world so deep inside of me, making me squirm. Making love to me until I say stop, or just making my body rise to the top. Loving every moment of it, we're going to lock the doors and explore a little more.
All right, all right, all right. So, what's the inspiration behind Loving It?
Thing about it is, as you go through different things in your life, you need somebody that's going to love you for who you are, despite of whatever your imperfections are.
Definitely.
So you want them to love you from head to toe, inside, outside, around the corner, back again.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
it's just me showing compassion to somebody taking care of you instead of you have to take care of you.
Exactly, exactly. So, what has been the response of the book? It's been
Oh my God.
hasn't been quite a year yet. What's been your
It's
response?
been definitely I got like 6 reviews and I'm like at I think it's like a 4.8 as far as my stars.
Oh, so your average is going good,
So
all right?
my average is awesome on Amazon. Everybody's been saying it's very inspirational, it's very motivating, it's very educational, it's heartfelt. They thank me for writing it. So it's been awesome. It's
Okay.
been awesome.
Great.
Yes.
So what are some of the challenge or obstacles you faced since writing the book, since publishing it?
As far as, I've ran into a couple of people that might have said, like, that poem that I just read, they said it was kind of lustful.
Oh.
To me, I explained to them, it's like some things are for you, some things aren't.
Yes.
I'm not here to write just for one particular person. I'm not here to just write for one particular religion, one particular,
Yes,
situation.
yes, yes.
I'm here to write for the whole world, for everybody to take a bit of piece, whatever connects to them.
Exactly.
So this, if
exactly.
it ain't for you, it's okay.
Yeah.
I still love you.
Yes.
But my book is for everybody.
Yes.
So
yes.
whatever connected with you, that's fine. If
Yes.
that part of it didn't, it's okay.
Exactly. It's something they say in the recovery community. I was a counselor for like 20 years in the addictions and alcoholism. They would say, if it don't apply, let it fly.
Right.
So you just got to let it fly.
That's
If
it.
it's not for you, it's not for you. So now, Secrets Part 2. What has been... All right, so I met her for Secrets Part 1 a year ago. And we just had Secrets Part 2 about a month ago.
Yeah, June 29th.
Yeah, so what was the biggest change from when you first did your first stage play production and probably 1 year later? What was your biggest change? What has you noticed about you?
I could say that I got more comfortable and I was more like just ready for it. It wasn't like, oh my God, I'm about to go on stage. What am I doing?
Yeah.
I was nervous. Like the nervousness was less because of the interviews and I think the conversations I've been having.
Yeah.
So I just got more comfortable.
Yes, yes.
I got
yes.
comfortable in my skin.
Yes, definitely. So, is there going to be a Secrets 3?
Yeah, it's October 26th.
Okay, so there's going to be a Secrets 3, and also Internet had said to the world or mentioned during Secrets Part 2 that she's actually writing a book for Secrets. So look for that as well.
And that's her second book too.
Yes,
that's her second
because
book.
she does have another one.
Yes.
So now, with all your we didn't catch up on the travels. Where have you been since publishing your book? And what was your favorite place to visit about your book?
I went to South Carolina, which I went back and did my launch party out there.
Great.
I went to Tacoma, Washington. I just got back from Tacoma. I was in Jersey Shore.
Oh, wow.
And actually, I'm about to go to Vegas.
Okay.
So I'm doing some different endeavors. I could definitely say they all had a place.
Yeah.
They all had a reason. You
Okay.
know, like with South Carolina, it was like my first time I launched my book. That's where I'm from.
Yeah.
So it's like
Always
my
gotta go
family,
home.
friends, they got to see what I produced out here.
Yeah, my first book signing was in my hometown
So
as well.
it was just good for my mom, my dad, and I cried. Like I cried when I gave my speech.
I didn't see those pictures. All those pictures. I didn't see the pictures of you crying.
Like,
Aww,
like
tears
that
of
was
joy.
it. I think what it was me first time like revealing to my family that I went through domestic violence because I didn't tell them. Like they didn't know for years that
Secrets,
it was a secret.
Yeah,
so literally I unveiled my mask in front of my parents and my sister and my cousins.
Wow.
They never, like, nobody ever knew down south that I went through it.
Wow.
Like, I went through it in 2012 and I went through it in 2016. So nobody knew. So I was carrying all that from 2012 to now.
So what was their response?
They just told me it's okay. They was like, first they asked me why I didn't say anything. My thing was, when you're raised down south in a small town and everybody is like, that's not how it's supposed to go. So I felt that I would be judged or that I should have known better.
Yeah.
Or how did I let that happen? Because,
Yeah.
like I was raised with my great grandma who died at like 96. And, we were raised and taught a different way. I went to church every Sunday.
That
I was
shame,
in
you didn't
Sunday
want to bring
school.
the shame
Yes,
on.
it was different. It's just a different, different balance in the way I was living. So it felt that, if I told my mom, I just felt that she would blame herself because she allowed me to be out here.
Yeah.
So I didn't want her to feel that she did something wrong. Or it was something part of her why I went through what I went through.
Yeah. And we're so good at protecting others while we're trying to protect ourselves. Definitely. So, what has been the greatest joy you've had since writing your book?
Oh my God, just talking to different individuals and actually just the vibe. The vibe is different.
Yes.
Like you get to learn so much from other people and they learn so much from you. It's just an awesome feeling to say you got somebody that said they're inspired by you, or you have somebody that said, hey, you touched me, or they opened your book and said, I cried. Those feelings are so amazing because it feels that my purpose is being met.
Yes.
You know, every time I have these conversations, I say that's confirmation. If I had any doubt in my mind, if I didn't know what I was doing was okay, these are confirmations that tell me, you know what? You doing something right.
Yes, yes, yes. So now, what's next for you?
Definitely, I started Sheena Master Motivation, which is a DBA now.
All right, congratulations.
So I'm definitely here to motivate, inspire. I'm working on book number 2.
Yes.
I'm definitely trying to set up different events of awareness and different things.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. I'm working with this lady with her thing called Zion's Delight Educational Center.
Cool.
So I'm just moving forward and motivating and educating.
Yes, yes. So how can the people reach you?
Well, y'all can reach me at Shana Gourdine, author, which is spelled ShanaGourdine, or you can find me on there as just Shana Gourdine, or you can find me at testimony_for_life on Instagram, or you can find me at Twitter as W_Gourdine on Twitter. I'm everywhere. Come find me. It's on all platforms. It's on Amazon. It's on BarnesandNoble.com. It's on Walmart.com. It's in London. It's everywhere. And if you don't want to go to those places, you can contact me. You can email me at sgourdine16@gmail.com. And I'm here. I'm ready. If you want to email me for a speaking engagement, you want to email me for just a conversation, I'm for it all.
All right, everybody, you heard it here. This is Ms.B, the goddess of empathy. The name is for you, but the title is for me. You can just call me Ms.B. If you have a question about family addiction and or empathy, you can email me at msbempathy@gmail.com. Again, that's msbempathy@gmail.com. If you watch this entire video, that means you liked it. So I'm going to ask you to subscribe and hit your notification bell so that you can see every time I have an interview or every time I do something related to entrepreneurship and or family addiction. So again, this is Miss B, the goddess of empathy, signing off. Thank you for watching our broadcast. Peace and blessings.